My full name is George Rutledge Woolley. My lacrosse nickname is Jeep. I lived in St. James, a suburb of Winnipeg, and played at the Deer Lodge Community Club. Elmwood was pretty important because we played most of our games there, but we think Deer Lodge was pretty important. I was 14, I guess, grade 8, and some of my new friends played lacrosse, and they said, "Come on over to watch." And I went over and I met Tom O'Brien, who was the father of lacrosse in Deer Lodge. He started lacrosse, and I talked to him, and before I knew it, he had a stick for me. And in those days, you didn't need much more than a stick. So that got me started, and I loved the game, of course. I guess the biggest one was winning the Western Championship with the All-Stars in '51 and going east on the train, 2 days to get there. We played Mimico Mountaineers. And the thing about the thing I remember most about that, we had about 12 legitimate Junior A players in Manitoba, our whole league, because we had a Manitoba Junior Senior League at the time. So we had to pick up 3 or 4 juveniles to play. Meanwhile, Ontario had over 200 registered junior lacrosse players, and they were allowed to pick up 2 extras. I thought, what is, anyway. No, going on that was a great trip, and we lost in 3 games, but we were proud of ourselves. Other than that, we won the senior championship at Deer Lodge 2 or 3 times, and I won the scoring championship, I can't remember, a couple of times, and things like that you remember well, and the good times with the guys. Oh, I can tell you one thing. When I first started, Tom O'Brien again, first time we played in Elmwood, he all gave us a nickel to get on the streetcar to go from Deer Lodge to Elmwood, which was about 3/4 of an hour, because it was from one side of the city to the other. Then of course you played the game and you got on, you got the nickel to go back, you got on the streetcar and you're all dirty and stinky. So we all had to sit at the back because everybody else would move away from us. Most goalies are right-handed. So I would fake to the right top corner and put it in the left top corner, because putting it in the right, they had their glove, but the left top corner, they had a tough time stopping that. That was my favorite shot, yeah. One thing I never learned was, which I really admired when I was watching the BC team, was their over-the-shoulder back pass. You know, they would get the circle around your defense, and they would put that over their shoulder, bang, right to the guy next to him. And I always thought that was really neat, but I tried it and I missed more than I got, so I forget it. One thing I remember too, I was the first player in Manitoba to wear a helmet. In those days, we were really smart. We didn't wear helmets. Can you imagine? I can show you my teeth if you'd like. Because if you got through 5 or 6 years of lacrosse with your teeth, you were amazing. Because it's so silly. You move the stick's up here all the time. So if somebody goes to check your stick, you move your stick away, and your face is left there. So bam. Anyway, I went to BC with my mom, and I was 14. When I just started, watched the Vancouver Burrards. I'll never forget it. Play Victoria, whatever it was. But anyway, on the Burrard team, they had 2 big defensemen, and they had these helmets on. And I studied them, and they looked like U.S. military helmets. So I inquired, and I found out that, yeah, they have a plastic lining. They weren't the steel part. They were just a plastic liner. So my brother being in the military, I said, can you get me a couple of those? Didn't want one. I wanted somebody else to wear it with me to share it, because we got a lot of jibes from the crowd, believe me, for wearing a helmet. Donnie Leach, a good buddy of mine. So I got 2 of these liners, and we were first to wear them, and it was the start. This was later in seniors. I didn't wear them in junior when we were playing down east or anything. But that was kind of the start of it, and it saved me a lot of cuts. We played both, and you change 1, 2, or change a line, or change 2 defensemen. But now they have that, and they have a pause. They seem to pause, and if we did it in our day, they'd be down scoring on us while we're changing on and off. They take the whole team off. They got nothing but space. But it was a very quick moving game up and down. Like you'd have shots on one net and another one. The only basic, there's not too many things different other than the equipment. Now they wear a lot of padding, and they wear helmets with face masks, which is very, very smart.